hear you rattling a mile off in that armor.
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
I'd love to. I must go, Henry. Take care.
God bless. What can I help you with?
I'm interested in your services.
So what are you interested?
Proper bath. And my clothes need washing.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
So what are you interested in?
I'd like that. Thank you.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
Watch out! They're coming for us!
Ale dobre dziele!
Dear God!
Yeah!
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
What are you doing here?
I and His Majesty, King of the Cumans, are here to examine his new estates.
King of the Cumans? Sigismund?
No. Sigismund is King of Hungary. The Cumans have their own king.
And what's His Majesty doing here without his armies?
Well, the king, His Most Noble Majesty, is fond of hand-to-hand combat. And to indulge his passion, he goes around in the guise of an ordinary soldier.
I see. So his opponents won't go easy on him, and he can indulge his passion to the full. So I can fight him too.
Certainly. All you have to do is lay a wager, which is His Majesty's other great passion. A right royal wager.
That seems fishy to me. Why all the disguises?
The king is bored of all the jousting and swordplay, especially since he's such a good fist fighter. Only the others don't want to brawl with him because, well, he's the king. And anyway, they prefer their swords. So this is the only way he can enjoy his entertainment.
All right, I'll challenge this king of yours.
Very well. But of course, His Majesty can't waste his time with any old peasant. First, you have to prove yourself worthy.
I've a feeling it's going to cost me something.
Naturally. That's the beauty of the thing. We'll start with Rack of Lamb, the king's
How are you, Henry?
most faithful bodyguard. I'll take the money. I'm His Majesty's treasurer.
Can I challenge your king now?
You've beaten the king's bodyguard, true. But I can't let you fight His Majesty yet. First, you have to beat his good friend Ash. Ghoul Ash.
Can I challenge your king now?
Right, you've beaten both of those esteemed fighters. Now you may challenge His Majesty. But watch out, the wager is only just beginning.
Where's my money, you lousy dog?
What money?
Good day, Henry.
The money I won fighting your king.
Oh, that money. I see. We don't have any. So, tough luck.
I won't be fobbed off. I'll get that coin from you one way or another.
And how do you propose to do that? It's 4 against 1. Not good odds for you.
We'll see about that.
God damn!
You'll get what for. You're dead.
So, have you had enough? Or would you like a second helping?
All right. You win. Here's your money. Just leave us be.
Now get out of my sight. And don't let me see you here again, or you'll regret it.
Leg day in Bambuch never.
Greetings.
How do you like working for us?
The workshop is as good as any, Master Bailiff. You're doing a fine job with this place. Goodbye.
And what did Betty have to say?
She was well pleased, as you can imagine. Even more when I told her Tonda will take everything.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Jesus, what have you been up to? Goodbye.
Henry,
One beer for me.
God be with you.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love.
Master Bailiff, this can't go on.
Oh, you've got yourself all worked up. Is there a problem?
I should say so. Things have been quiet for so long we've rested on our laurels. but the enemy never sleeps.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's still vermin in these woods. The two-legged kind. There's Cumans wandering around like they own the place. There's not enough men in the garrison. They're falling asleep on duty. All it takes is for some band of cutthroats to come back looking for some stash they've buried here, and we're done for.
You reckon we need more men? But where would I find them?
Sir, we can manage without a few woodcutters or farmhands, but men-at-arms are essential. Give me a few men, and I'll make soldiers of them.
You're right. I'll let you have a few woodcutters.
Thank you, sir. That's a wise decision.
God save you.
What's the matter?
It's the tourney. It always upsets me.
Why would the tourney upset you?
It brings back sad memories about my son Svartopluk. God rest him. He always loved sword fighting. Even when he was just a lad, he used to duel with his mates with sticks. And for years he saved every groschen he got so as he could buy a real weapon. Wasn't long before he had the hang of all sorts of fancy strikes and feints. So when he heard Sir Hanush was holding tourneys for common folk, he was first in line to enroll.
I see. And he got hurt in the arena?
Oh, heavens no. Sir Hanush set the rules in such a way that nobody would suffer more than a bruise or two. And he makes damn sure the rules are obeyed.
Did your son ever win the tourney?
Oh, aye, more than once. Svartopluk wasn't the strongest, but he was agile as a weasel. And he put his heart and soul into it.
So what happened to him then?
Well, this fella by the name of Peter enrolled. They called him Black Peter on account of the colour he wore. He beat all comers. No man could match him. Only Svartopluk was determined to take him, so he started training all the hours God gave. He even started going to Captain Bernard for lessons. And in the last tourney, he got the better of Black Peter in the end and won the prize. Only he never came home that day. I figured he was having a drink in Rattay to celebrate his victory. But he didn't even turn up in the morning, and I started getting worried. I was just on my way to look for him when some merchants came by. They found my boy by the road just past Rattay. He was still alive, but he was burning up and shaking like a leaf. I sent for the sawbones right away. But before the day was out, I had to send for the priest.
Do you think it was this Black Peter who killed him?
It was the first thing crossed my mind. Aye. But there's no proof. It could have been anyone, I suppose.
Do you know anything about this Black Peter?
Oh, not much. I asked around, but nobody knew nothing much about him. Except he was a stuck-up bastard. He always just turned up for the tourney, took his prize and vanished.
Does Svatopluk have any wounds?
Only a couple of scratches and bruises from the tourney. Nothing that would kill a man. Not even the sawbones could figure out what done him in.
I think I can tell you what happened to Svatopluk.
Really?
The fact that he died just after beating Black Peter and winning the tourney was no coincidence.
So it was that bastard?
Yes. Black Peter lay in wait and ambushed me. He's a nasty piece of work. The thing is, he had some kind of poison on his weapon, so I reckon he might have poisoned your son. The signs you spoke of point to it.
Merciful God, I knew it! But how did you get away from the fucker? Did you kill him?
Nah, he was no match for me. I sent him straight to hell where he belongs.
Thank you. It won't bring my boy back, but it gives me some peace to know you avenged his death. Here, take this. It's not much, but it's all I have. See you later.
Yeah!
Meeting face to face in this round will be Thaddeus, commander of the guard at Talmberg. Greetings.
I'd like to enroll in the big...
You've come too late, lad. Good luck, then.
Yeah! Yeah!
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Is there anything I can help you with, Sir Hans?
Ah, Henry, the very man I wanted.
Show yourself.
There is something you can do for me. You see? I'm in love.
Ah, there's a new wench at the bathhouse, is there?
Watch it, Henry. This is the love of my life we're talking about, not some wench. The face of an angel, breasts like silk pillows to dream on, and good strong hips. A regular Helen of Troy.
Troy? Isn't that near Prague? I don't know anyone from there.
Never mind, blockhead. What I'm saying is, she's a fine filly, and you can help me win her.
Sounds like fun. I'm all ears.
You, Hal, shall be my messenger of love. You shall bear her a letter and a gift from a secret admirer.
Why me? It's not like you to be bashful, Sir Hans. You can just go and tell her,
Certainly not. Carolina is different to the others. She was educated in a convent and needs to be handled with kid gloves. Romanced. I must court her secretly. It's the latest fashion in France.
And who is this Carolina?
The fairest maid that ever walked the earth. Carolina. The butcher's daughter. You must have noticed a divine creature in the marketplace. Unless you're more interested in barnyard animals.
No, I don't know who you mean.
Really? Maybe I'm right about your barnyard interests. Well, all the more wenches for me. Your task is simple. All you have to do is get hold of a necklace fine enough to grace her lovely neck. I did have one that I inherited from my great-grandmother. Unfortunately, not anymore.
What happened to it?
I lost it playing dice at the inn. But you'll get it back for me. You're a smart lad. I'm sure you'll figure out a way. And I'll reward you handsomely.
Oh, all right then. Is there something else I should know about this necklace?
I lost it at dice in the Ledechko tavern when I was there to see... Well, that's not important.
So, some dice player from Ledechko won your grandmother's valuable necklace. Haven't you learned anything from losing to Zdena, the bathhouse wench?
My great-grandmother's. And, as it happens, I have learned a trick or two. But that fellow has the luck of the devil. No doubt he'll still be sitting there, swindling other folk out of their hard-earned groschen.
Oh, what's the use? All right. I'll go to Ledechko, find this diabolical dice player and see what I can do. Though I'll probably lose my shirt to him.
Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
God be with you.
What's that?
Salt sprinkled with the bloody tears of St. James Madonna.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Are you the one who played dice with Lord Capon?
Played and won, lad. Fine noble he may be, but he can no more throw dice than I can read Latin.
I can't disagree with you there. But look here, have you still got that piece of jewellery you won from him?
No, I don't. Some noble rode through here and we had a game or two. Only them dice kept falling his way. I was lucky to keep my boots. He's got the necklace now.
Did you know where this fellow was heading?
He was waiting for someone here, but when they didn't show up by midday, he rode on. He mentioned something about camping by the bridge over the Sasau River. That one before the charcoal burners camp. You might still catch him there with a bit of luck.
There aren't many fords along the river on the way to Sasau. Can you tell me anything else about him?
Fine gent he was, well dressed, on horseback. Had quite a lot to say. Seems he saw a bit of the world. And he had some interesting looking dice.
You said they fell well for him?
Aye, no wonder. Fine dice they was, made special. All shiny and whatnot.
That's all I need to know.
Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, well, who's the blood will be spilled?
Is that all you got?
Yeah. Yeah.
You call that combat? Damn that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come here, little river.
Yeah. Yeah. Here. Yeah.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
Is there somewhere I could sleep here?
Certainly. For how long?
Just the one night?
Sure, but let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
Here you are.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is. Goodbye.
Yeah. 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 Are you after something? I'm afraid my friend here won't tell you much.
Your friend? Oh, I'm very sorry. And, well, I don't want to be insensitive, but I was hoping to get something from him. My master's necklace, which he won at dice.
Your master? Who would that be?
Well, Sir Radzig Kobyla of Skalitz is my liege lord. I'm Henry, but just now I'm helping Sir Hans Capon with a private matter.
Those are weighty names in these parts. I'm Sir Anselm of Domkey, in the service of... well, that's not important. I'd like to give you... that is... I'd like to ask you for your help.
I'm listening. Tell me what you know.
I will. And I'm sure it will help you find that necklace. The thing is, this is all my fault. I got held up on the way to meet Alphonse. By the time I got here, I found him like this.
God have mercy on his soul.
Amen, lad. I was heartbroken and enraged by turns, tearing my hair and cursing. Alphonse was my good friend, and it pains me to know he was only here on account of me. I brought him into a certain business matter to negotiate with some people, and he agreed. And this is how it ended up. When I finally pulled myself together, I took a look around and found some tracks. I followed them to the camp of those very brigands that Alphonse was supposed to negotiate with.
Nah, you can't trust anyone these days. So how can I help?
You can pass yourself off as Alphonse. Get into the bandits' camp and find that fucking murderer. And when you do, you'll find what you're looking for.
That doesn't make any sense. If one of them killed Alphonse, he'll know I'm not him.
No. They never saw him before. So whoever killed him surely took him for some passing merchant.
Are you quite sure they don't know him?
Aye. He moved in altogether different circles, among decent people. That's the very reason I asked him for help. So I reckon the best thing is for you to introduce yourself as Alphonse, have a snoop around, and come back to me when you find out anything.
Now, wouldn't it be better if you did that yourself? After all, I know nothing about this Alphonse. They'd see through me.
I'd do it if I could, lad. Only they know me, and I'm not on the best of terms with them. They'd most likely kill me on sight. Then the two of us would be dead and those bastards would get away with it.
Well, I hope I can avoid the same fate. Is there anything else I should watch out for while passing myself off as Alphonse?
The main thing is to look and sound like a noble, not a peasant. A commoner. So dress the part. No rags or rusty iron.
And how am I supposed to recognise the killer?
Ask around. I don't reckon anyone will admit to stabbing him in his sleep, but you might pick up some clue. You could have a look around for that necklace. Now that I think of it, they stole other valuables from him too.
Silver is silver, though. I won't recognise anything. Didn't he have something unique? A signet ring or chain or...
No, not that I can... Oh yes, he did. Dice. He had a set of dice made specially in Prague. It was his pride and joy. They were red and gold, bright and shiny. Not the kind of thing you'd overlook.
What can you tell me about Alphonse, so they don't catch me out if they start asking questions?
Indeed. A few details should suffice. He was from Slani, but lived in Prague the last few years. He advised people, very well too. He helped them to deal with problems, of all kinds.
He sounds like a man of the world, but I've never even been to Prague. I'm not sure I can fool them.
You can always change the subject. He was an ardent dice player, God forgive him. And he spent some time in Moravia on the service of Prokop of Luxembourg. But that was ages ago.
What do you know about the brigands in that camp?
Actually, they're not just ordinary bandits. It's a robber baron and his band. Sir Erhard Baron Bielowitz. Some of his vassals and maybe some commoners. They came here in the hope they'd have a better chance of keeping their heads.
Why don't you ask some of the local lords for help? I'm sure the Sasau custodian would lend you a few men.
There's nothing I'd like to see more than a lot of them strung up. Only I have a task that conflicts with that. And as for the custodian, I'm pretty sure Sir Sebastian is in league with Erhard.
What was the purpose of Sir Alphonse's negotiations? I'll need to know that.
Look, Henry, you'd best avoid that subject if at all possible. Just find the murderer for me, get your necklace, and I'll take care of the rest.
It'll be a bit hard to avoid that, since it was supposed to be the entire purpose of his visit.
True. Well, Alphonse was supposed to talk Erhard into moving his robbing raids towards Benešov, especially holding up merchants' wagons heading for Prague. In return, he was to offer a reward of up to 12,000 groschen and safe haven in Pilgrims.
I see. So you work for someone in Pilgrims?
No, neither Pilgrims nor Benešov, nor Vlachim for that matter. It's a bit complicated. Damn politics.
My word, the whole thing sounds like quite a twisted affair.
So are you going to help me?
I'll help you. I'll have to go there to look for the necklace anyway, and this seems as good a way as any.
Thanks 1,000-fold. And for the love of God, don't get caught. I'd never forgive myself if another man lost his life on my account. If it starts to look risky, take to your heels.
I'll bear that in mind. There's something else I'd like to ask. I've no more questions. Looks like he died without a struggle. Maybe killed in his sleep. They took everything he had. Money, jewellery, even his boots. Someone was searching for something here. Were they out to rob him of everything he had? Or something in particular? Could it be someone was trying to get rid of something here? It looks like someone went this way with the nobleman's horse. Yeah. I've gone far from home. I better get back before Sir Radzig sends out a search party. Would I be right in assuming this is the encampment of Sir Erhard, Baron Bielewitz?
You must be Sir Alphonse, eh? All the way from Prague, eh?
Prague, yes, quite. But I travelled via Gurum, thinking it the less hazardous route, comparatively.
Oh, aye. The roads ain't safe at all these days. There's all sorts of rabble waiting to rob unwary folk and even kill them.
Indeed, indeed, I concur. One must be wary, well, cautious even, when travelling.
Right then, but you'll have to wait a while. Sir Erhard is busy at the moment.
No matter, I shall just,
but it's easy to pass the time here. There's always a dice game going on, with nice things being wagered. I had my eye on a fine pair of gauntlets, and some old piece of jewelry.
Jewelry, you say?
That's right. Just go and see old Blaha, the fellow sitting at that table there. He can read, write, and do sums as good as any scribe, and other things, too. He keeps things in shape here a bit.
Thank you. I may well do that. Can I ask something?
Oh, ask away.
Who are you?
They call me Noggin. I'm Sir Erhard's vassal.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. Sir?
Why are you hiding out here?
We're not hiding. We're just...
Well, couldn't you rest from your profession just as well in Sasau?
What's Sasau got that we don't have here?
Have you been out of the camp recently? Maybe down by the river?
Why would I? We've got an outhouse here.
What about the others?
Why would they? There's water here, game in the woods, supplies enough. What else could a man want?
That's all I need to know.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Can I ask you something?
Ask away.
Tell me something about yourself.
Why do you want to know? You want to spread the word about what a good dice player I am?
Well, I was just curious.
You know what they say. Curiosity killed the cat. But if you must know, they call me Berta. And I'm Sir Erhardt's right-hand man.
Berta?
Ah, you heard of me, have you? The Scourge of Vlashim. No man who felt the edge of my axe lived to tell the tale.
Camp life sure ain't
And why are
easy.
you hiding out here?
Fuck.
I wouldn't call it hiding. We're just having a bit of a rest.
From what?
Things were getting a bit too hot for us. Nobody bothers us here. Just as long as we don't show our faces in Sasau.
Don't you leave the camp at all?
What are you trying to say? That we're shitting ourselves here?
No. I was just wondering if you knew what's going on around these parts.
We come across hunters now and then, or pilgrims on the road. There are charcoal burners nearby. Sometimes they pass the time of day with us. But we've got no cause to cross the river. That's too close to Sasau.
Can I ask you something?
Ask away. Anything to pass the time.
You're Mladotter, right?
I am. Why'd you ask?
Just curious. This is quite an interesting retreat you men have here.
You could put it that way. I ain't been here long, though. I helped them out of a tight spot and they took me with them.
Is that right? How did that happen?
Well, I was lying in wait for this wagoner, see? Because he'd been mouthing off about me, so I figured I'd take all he had for compensation. Anyway, I'm hiding there in the bushes, and I hear this wagon coming, so I jumped out to ambush him. Only it wasn't that wagoner, but some merchant. As soon as he saw me with my weapon drawn, he started screaming bloody murder, and next thing, his armed escort comes charging up, and I was the one ambushed. The injustice of it.
Vexing indeed.
Aye. Anyway, they caught me and took me with them. They figured I was Sir Erhardt's spy, and they wanted me to lead them to him. Of course, I told them I didn't know what the fuck they were on about. So, while they were threatening to break me on the wheel, string me up and what have you, along comes the Baron with his merry band, and they lay into the soldiers and send them running for the hills. And ever since then, I've been riding with them.
That is quite an entertaining anecdote.
Ain't it just? If it hadn't been for me, the fellas would have run straight into a trap and it'd all be up with them. So, it's on account of me, they're still alive.
And how are things here? Do you get away much?
We ain't allowed to leave. So I've been here the whole time. I don't mind, though. There's always something to pass the time. And we've got that wench.
That's all.
So tired. Fucking sick. Can't drink no more today.
But they paid chicken for it, so I joined up with this lot instead.
You? The Century? You have in the eye.
No, it's true. Your turn. What did you do before?
Can I have a word with you?
What do you want?
What's your story? You don't look like one of them at all.
I ain't, true enough. I'm a local. I don't go raiding with them. When they're here, I just look out for them, bring them supplies and that.
And what do you do when they're not here?
Whatever's needed. But being the go-between for them that set up the ambushes pays well. And you don't have to risk your neck for it.
Can you tell me something about the camp here?
This place? It's been here as long as I can remember. I used to come here as a youngster to play with my mates. Anyway, one time I had to lie low for a bit, so I came here and ran into these gentlemen, who pay good coin when you bring them some wine and a bit of grub.
Why did you have to disappear?
Nothing terrible. Just that I was courting this one girl, only her old man and her brothers didn't take to me. Besides which, she was promised to some rich merchant. Once they had her married off, they forgot about me, though.
I'll leave you to it.
Can't drink no more today. Fucking life. Fucking...
Have you got any special rules?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Just remember, we're not some bunch of dirty bandits. This is the camp of a noble knight, so no unnecessary brawls, stabbings, or such like tomfoolery. Not that I need to explain that to you, sir.
Quite. Nothing else?
Well, that also means a man might take offence at something and challenge you to a duel. Always swords, and until first blood.
Ah, very well. I shall try not to give offence. Can you tell me something about yourself?
What can I tell you? I can read and write a bit, and I help Sir Erhard out when he needs it. Although, I have to say, since the Baron took to robbing, there's not much work for me anymore.
And what did he do before that?
What every landed noble does. He still had some estates and income from them, only he lost it all some years ago on account of debts. So he had to find some other livelihood.
Fucking sickhead.
How did he find this place?
That was my doing. I heard from a scribe about some ownership feud that ended up badly for both sides. Since then, it's been left neglected.
Oh, that's a shame. No doubt it was once a fine place.
Aye, the vagaries of fortune, eh? Times are harsh and what have you. It's always been that way and always will. I wonder how many burned out, abandoned ruins will be left when Sigismund withdraws. How many folk will have no homes to return to? And how many won't be returning ever? But that's our lot in this vale of tears. There'll be no peace and quiet till the next life.
Amen to that. I was told I could have a game or two here until Sir Erhard has time to see me.
Aye, he's got his hands full at the moment. You must be Sir Alphonse, eh? I'm Blaha, Sir Erhard's servant. I take care of things here a bit.
Including dice? It has come to my attention that there are interesting things being wagered.
True enough, we've got a fine pair of plate gauntlets, 2 necklaces, one of them's a lovely piece, a good sharp sword, and some other things, I don't remember what. The custom here is if you want to play, you've got to wager something to join.
Do you really think it's appropriate to ask your lord's guest to pay for his own entertainment?
Since you put it that way, sir. No, perhaps not. You want to play right away, or...?
Camp life sure ain't easy.
Why wait? I'll play now.
No beating around the bush. That's the way. You'll play against Noggin now. He's not the brightest, and he ain't a good loser.
What else is it to do? Filth and stink everywhere. Should have stayed home. No one to rob. Fucking boring. What did you used to do before all this? You wouldn't believe it. I was essentially a Radzig. With a pig chicken food. So I joined up with this lot instead. I just want... Nah, it's true. So now it's your turn. What did you do before? Well, I made... I've got a pig. What? You hear that, lads? You made candles so the monks could shove them up their
Filth, stink everywhere. Should have stayed home. Stink everywhere. Should have stayed home.
Filth and stink everywhere. Should have stayed home.
fuck. I'm almost sober again. No one to rob here. Fucking boring. Fucking weather, fucking tents, fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit. Fucking weather, fucking tent, fucking camp. What a shitty day. I need a good scrap to fill me.
Losing, robbing, fucking, whores and boozing. Take the women, burn the village. Drink, annihilate and pillage. Burning, wrecking, making strife. How sweet it is, a robber's life.
Camp life 480. I'm so hungry I can eat my boots. I gotta piss. Fucking sick head. Can't drink no more today. Camp life sure ain't easy. And fuck. You're having me on. What did you do before? Well, I made candles for the monastery. What? You hear that, lad? You made candles so the monks can shove them up their asses.
You're a fucking cheat. Sir, I challenge you to a duel.
I won't take any accusations from you. I accept.
Can't drink no more.
Alla dobredella.
Take the women. Drink, annihilate, and pillage. Plumbing, wrecking, making strife. Ours is the robber's life.
Give me your coin, and you can go free.
I agree.
I want to play dice. Who will be my opponent?
They fell your way last time, and no mistake. You'll play Berta. He's a man, but they call him that for some reason. Damned if I know why.
I'm so tired. Stink everywhere. Should have stayed home. No one to rob here. It's fucking boring.
fighting, never losing, robbing, fucking, whores and boozing. Take the women, burn the village. Drink, annihilate and pillage. Burning, wrecking, making strife.
Fucking weather, fucking tents, fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit. Fuck. I'm almost sober again.
I gotta piss.
Filth, stink everywhere. Should have stayed home.
Yeah, I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do here? Don't want to rob me. Fucking boring.
Fucking sick head. Can't drink no more today. I gotta piss. No one, Rob. I'm so hungry I can eat my boots. Yeah, I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do here?
So hungry I can eat my boot.
I want to play dice. Who will be my opponent?
They fell your way last time, and no mistake. You'll play against Maladata. He's a bit... well...
You'll see for yourself.
Killing, fighting, never losing, robbing, fucking, whoring, boozing. Take the women, burn the village. Drink, annihilate and pillage. Burning, wrecking, making strife. How sweet it is, a robber's life. Take the women, burn the village. Drink, annihilate and pillage.
Killing, fighting, never losing, robbing, fucking whores and boozing. Take the women, burn the village, drink, annihilate, and pillage. Burning, wrecking, making strife. How sweet it is, a robber's life.
Fucking sick. I'll drink no more today.
You deserve this.
I'm so hungry, I could eat my face.
Yeah, I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do?
Fucking tents, fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit.
Stink everywhere. Should have stayed home. Fucking sick. I'll try to go more today. I've had enough of this shit.
What she did.
I'm fucking sick. I'll try me no more today. Fucking weather. Fucking tent. Fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit. Fucking weather. Fucking tent. Fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit.
Is he here again?
Fuck, I'm so tired.
What's going on here, anyway? It all seems a little odd.
Haven't you ever been in the camp of a merry band of robbers?
Never quite this merry, to tell the truth.
They've got their loot, and now they want some fun. Booze, dice, and women. I'm the only girl here. They're more interested in dice, anyway. And boozing. And they're no fun at all.
Well, they seem very fond of their dice, all right.
Aye. They always play the same way. Every player bets his most valuable piece of loot. And the winner takes all. It ends in a fight most times. Although it's a long time since anyone got killed over it.
I better watch my step then.
You do that, handsome. It'd be a shame to spoil that pretty face.
You cheated. I'll kill you.
Ah, a bit of fun for a change. The last fella I killed didn't even see me coming.
I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you! Oh, shit.
You're not getting off scot-free. Pay up.
So be it.
So hungry I forget my food.
I want to play dice. Who will be my opponent?
Maybe this time you'll fare better.
Then there's Pechuna. He's a local fellow who brings stuff for us. He put up a nice necklace as his wager.
Can't drink no more today.
Killing, fighting, never losing, robbing, fucking whores and boozing. Take the women from the village, drink, annihilate and pillage. Burning, wrecking, making strife.
I just want to eat
a
and
robber's life.
And fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do here? Killing, fighting, never losing, robbing, fucking whores and boozing. Take the women, burn the village, drink, annihilate and pillage. Burning, wrecking, making strife, I think it is a robber's life. I'm so hungry, I could eat my drink. No one's robbed. Fucking boring.
Why must you be so happy?
I'm not taking the risk. I only watched you. Should have stayed home. You must be taking the
How did I do? Have I won?
Actually, nobody won. You and Pechuna have the same score, so you'll have to play one more game to decide the victor.
Well, let's play then.
So, what else is there?
Rivers of blood and a bloody flow.
I just want to eat and sleep. Fuck. I just want to eat and sleep. And fuck. I gotta piss.
Fucking lies. Fucking fleas. Like it's the first time you got. You must be used to itching by now.
I'll never get used to this.
Try washing yourself once in a while.
Why
You
don't
wash
you go away?
yourself.
As
My
far
God,
away as
that's full of
possible.
drowned bathing in the pond. I'm not taking the risk. I only wash when it's raining. You must be chasing women away with a stick. You bet. They can smell a tree, man. I'm so hungry. I can eat food.
No one to rob here. Fucking boring.
I just want to eat and sleep. Fuck.
Fucking weather. Fucking tent. Fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit.
Rivers of blood and a bloody flood.
How did I do? Have I won?
Well now, Sir Alphonse, you took 'em all by storm. Here's the key to the prize.
Thank you kindly.
You wouldn't believe me.
Well, I was a sentry at Ratang, but they paid chicken feed, so I joined up with this one. What a shit up here. Your turn. What did you do before?
Why? I made candles for money. So hungry, I could eat my boots.
What do you want? You've no business here.
Easy. Fuck.
What's he?
I'd like to ask you something else.
Bugger off. I won't talk to you.
These are too small. Sorry. I traded them for booze yesterday. You'll get new ones soon
I've
enough.
got a piss.
I'll take them off the first idiot that crosses our path. If you look, it's going to be a beggar monk with no shoes at all. Don't even say that.
Seriously, I'd sooner go barefoot than have to fight in these turd skins.
What do you want? You've no business here. Are you looking for me? What was that?
Can't lie for me. I'm so tired.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I have good news for you, Sir Anselm. I know who killed your friend. Who was it? Actually, I'm not quite sure. I'd better go back and see what more I can find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mother of God.
Girlfriend stays everywhere. Should have stayed home.
Another question.
What do you want?
I'll leave you to it.
You wouldn't believe me. I was a sentry at Radzig, but they paid chicken feed, so I joined up with this lot instead. You? Sentry? You're having me on. Nah, it's true. See, that's your turn. I make candles for the monastery. What? You hear that, lads? He made candles so the monks could shove them up their asses.
I'd like to ask you...
Ask away.
Tell me something.
What?
Huh?
You know what they...
Berta.
Ah, yeah.
Hey, who's there?
Got bellyache.
Do you need help?
I just want to eat.
Weather,
Sleep.
fucking tents, fucking camp.
Oh, fucking
I've had
sick
enough
head.
of this shit.
Can't drink no more today.
I'd like to ask...
I have nothing.
Fucking lies. Fucking fleas.
Like it's the first time you got them. You must be used to itching by now.
I'll never get used to this.
Is he here again?
I was told not to let you pass.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here. What are you doing?
What's that?
Hey, who's there?
Who's there? Answer me. I got myself all worked up, and it's only a cat.
Sorry, I traded them for bees yesterday. We'll get a new one soon, you know?
I'll take them off the first idiot that crosses our path.
If you're lucky, it's gonna be a beggar.
Fucking sick head. Can't drink no more today.
Seriously, I'd sooner go barefoot than have to fight in these turf skins.
over again. Filthy stink everywhere. Fucking life. Fucking please.
Camp life sure ain't easy. Fuck.
Fucking weather, fucking tents, fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit.
As if we hadn't enough trouble without this. Are you looking for something?
Killing, fighting, never losing, robbing, fucking whores and boozing. Take the women, burn the village, drink, annihilate and pillage. Burning, wrecking, making strife. How sweet it is, a robber's life.
You get any extra beef?
These are too small. Sorry.
I'll take them off the first idiot that crosses our path.
With your luck, it's going to be a beggar monk with no shoes at all.
Don't even say that. Seriously.
Camp life sure ain't easy. Fuck. Fuck. I'm almost sober again.
No one to rob it. Fucking boring.
What else is there to do here?
Can't drink no more today. What did you used to do before all this? I joined up with this lot instead.
You?
Lord, what have I...
Just want to eat, sleep. Fuck.
Killing, fighting, never losing, robbing. Burning, wrecking,
I'm gonna get
strife.
What else is there?
Is a robber's life. No one to rob. Fucking boring. What else is there to do here?
What the? You think?
What did you used to do before all this?
You wouldn't believe me.
Well, I was a sentry at Ratai, but they paid chicken feed, so I joined up with this lot instead.
You? A sentry? You're having me on.
No, it's true.
Hey, what are you playing at here?
What did you do before?
Why, I make candles
What
for a
the hell?
monastery.
Watch out!
I'd like to ask you something else.
Bugger off. I won't...
What a shitty day. I need a good scrap to
Try
cheer me up.
washing yourself once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have good news for you, Sir Anselm. I know who killed your friend.
Who was it?
It was Mladotta, one of the brigands.
How did you find out?
From the dice.
All right. I'll take care of it from here. And I owe you for helping me. Here, Henry, take this. I'm sorry I don't have more on me. But if you're ever in Prague, come and look me up, and I'll see you're well taken care of.
It's been a pleasure, Sir Anselm. Godspeed.
Yeah.
Aye, I'll be back in 2 shakes.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
I've got that necklace.
Excellent news! I'm not going to ask you how you did it. Here's a reward for you. Now you can carry on with your next task. I want you to sneak the jewellery into Carolina's trunk along with this letter.
Can't I just hand them to her?
You cannot. Under no circumstances must she find out who sent them. Otherwise the whole secret admirer ploy is fucked. Oh, and by the way, Henry, watch out for the butcher. He keeps a very close eye on his daughter, and if he catches you sniffing around, well, may all the saints preserve you. Once you've delivered the things, wait a day, and then come back and see me.
Take care.
Coming!
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. Yeah.
God watch over you, good knight, especially in these dark times. Can I do something for you? Take care.
Hey! Get lost or you'll have me to reckon. My family, my...
Look out!
Hey! Yeah.
I'm honoured that you should come to me. See you later.
You men are like little kids.
Hey! Is something you're looking for here?
Ah!
Look what I've got.
You'll love...
God be with you. What can I do for you? Goodbye.
Dear people, don't leave a poor woman to starve. Sigismund did everything I had.
Yeah.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
I delivered the things, as you asked.
I already know. My spies told me everything. She was wearing the necklace this morning, as I asked in the letter.
So you'll go to the rendezvous with her?
Certainly not. I'm not going to pounce on her like a bull in rutting season. Her feelings must be allowed to mature gradually. Meanwhile, you'll get a potion for me.
I thought you didn't believe in witches' brews.
This is no witch's brew. It's an absolutely tried and tested elixir called Musk of Infinite Allure. There's a fellow in Sasau who sells it, and he guarantees its success.
Musk of Infinite Allure? Sounds irresistible. All right, I'll try and get it for you.
I'm sure I can rely on you. Here's some coin for your cost.
Good luck, then.
Powder made of the bones of St. Thomas.
Well, well, who have we here?
Ah, the prodigal son returns. I knew you'd come back to me one day.
Let me guess, you saw it in a dream?
I knew you were going to say that.
But I had a divine revelation. That next time I won't be around to pull you out of the shit.
Oh, well, I am sorry. But these things are sent to try our fortitude in the face of adversity.
I'd like to try your fortitude. I've heard you know of some irresistibility potion or whatever it is.
Ah, naturally, Musk of Infinite Allure, an age-old recipe, maybe even older, tested by Moses himself.
Moses?
How do you think he managed to get his people to follow him through the desert for 40 years? It's extremely potent.
Yeah, so it would seem. How much do you want for it?
Who do you take me for? The wisdom of the ancients isn't something that's bought and sold in the marketplace. Did Jesus charge for his miracles? But since you ask, how about this much?
What? That much? You're a crook.
As King Solomon said, honesty is for those who can afford it. If you like, I can mix the elixir for you in exchange for a small favor.
Oh, not again.
Now, is that any tone to use with your master? For shame.
Apologies, master. I was carried away by my thirst for knowledge.
I understand your impatience, but the way to wisdom is narrow and arduous.
And leads out the window. About that recipe.
Yes, you want to buy it?
So what is it you want from me now?
Ah, my dear apprentice, everything's gone to the devil. I'm living from hand to mouth, sleeping on straw, and the local peasants won't buy from me. They say they don't trust me, as if I was some kind of charlatan. Can you believe it? Does this look to you like the face of a swindler? I'm an honest trader in sacred goods, whose only concern is the welfare of troubled souls.
A regular Good Samaritan.
And any time now the slanderous gossip will spread here from Sasau. I should leave before things get worse. But I can't go anywhere until I've made a bit of coin. So what's needed is to give the locals a bit of encouragement, to open their hearts and purses.
Sure. Kick him onto the path of righteousness.
What do you take me for? I wouldn't hurt a fly. Violence is for the dull-witted. We must gently demonstrate to them the necessity of buying my remedies. For example, to ward off a revenant.
Revenant? What revenant?
The dead, returned from the grave, a corpse that the soul is unable to depart from, which wanders among the living, filled with rage at its wretched fate.
Yeah, I saw something like that once, but it was just some drunk going home from the tavern after losing all his money at dice.
Don't make light of such things. Now tell me, do you know how to deal with a revenant?
A silver arrowhead through the skull?
Novel, but it would certainly be a lucrative trade. You are my trained apprentice, but the ignorant villager is entirely at a loss how to deal with such dark forces. It is our sacred duty to prepare them for such threats.
And how do you propose to do that?
Well, they're all doubting Thomases. They need proof. We'll need a grave, an empty grave that we can use. There's one along the way to Sasau, but it's got one minor shortcoming.
What's that?
Well, it's not entirely empty.
Not entirely? What does that mean?
You have to dig it up first.
Why this particular grave?
The locals don't like to talk about it, so it's surely got some sinister past behind it. And in places like that, revenants sprout up like mushrooms after rain.
Well, if that's how it is, we could open old wounds. That could easily set people against us. Again.
Then it would be best if no one could connect us to it, wouldn't it?
But that's a sin.
Refusing to help the needy is also a sin. I haven't had a decent meal for 40 days and 40 nights.
My conscience is clear where your stomach is concerned. Disturbing a grave is a grave sin.
The grave is not in hallowed ground, so that's hardly worth one Lord's prayer in penance. I asked a priest once, just out of curiosity.
I'll have nothing to do with it. Give the job to someone with no human decency.
But you're my one and only apprentice. How are you?
What's this about the Revenant, then?
I knew you wouldn't abandon me.
I'll need a spade, then.
Yes, dig it up and remove the remains, leaving no trace.
And what am I to do with the remains?
Keep them. Human remains are always handy to have around.
Great. And how do we spread the word of this Revenant?
There's a gossip in every village. Here, too, a woman who'll spread news quicker than a dozen messengers on the fastest steeds.
And what am I to tell this gossip?
All you have to do is casually mention the empty grave, and before evening, I'll wager the whole village will know about it.
Where does this woman live?
The last house on the left, on the road to Sasau. She was the first person I met here, and By the time I reached the village green, I already had a mob looking suspiciously at me. The rumor-mongering fishwife.
And that's all?
Not quite. You should ask her who was buried there. So we've got a story to work with.
So, dig up the grave, talk to the gossip.
And the remains. Don't forget to remove them. Otherwise, no one will believe in the Revenant.
I might have known any task for Capon would turn into some insane escapade. Grave robbing. Jesus.
See you later.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Yeah. Ah! Are you blind? Ow!
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
No luck at dice? Rabbit paws of all colors, shapes, and sizes. God be with you.
Yeah. To fill up the pig. Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
hellishly deep here.
Yeah.
God be with you, good wife. Has something happened here?
Heavens no. It's quiet here, unlike some other places.
And what about that empty grave?
What empty grave would that be now?
The one beyond the village, alongside the road to Sasau. Just by the river, on the Pine Headland.
How would you know it's empty? Unless it was dug up.
Oh, it's dug up, all right. Freshly. And empty. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Lord in heaven, what in the name of...
How come it's not in hallowed ground, anyway? Only unrepentant sinners are buried like that. Usually.
I don't like to say. It's an old wound that's best forgotten.
Whose grave is it?
Well, once a long time ago there was a young charcoal burner living here with his wife. There was always a lot of charcoal burners here, but this fellow worked alone. That's not an easy job for one man.
Well, no one wanted to work with him, or what?
Ah, he was a hard-headed fellow who always wanted to take care of his family himself.
Well, I can understand that. It's always better to work for yourself than break your back for someone else.
His wife was expecting, though no one knew it yet. And he wasn't doing well at all. Soon enough they had nothing to eat. And so he took to thieving.
Well, thieving is wrong.
Aye, but when there's a child on the way and your wife hasn't the strength to get out of bed for the hunger, well, you ought to think differently.
And did he get caught?
Well, at first it was just a few eggs going missing from people's hen coops. But then it was anything that wasn't nailed down. And in the end, they caught him.
And I suppose he was harshly punished for it.
Even then he didn't let on why he was doing it. They whipped the skin off his back and banished him from Leditchko.
So justice was done then?
It wasn't enough for some folk. When the butcher found out he'd never get any compensation, he wanted them to chop off the charcoal burner's hands. If the bailiff hadn't talked sense into him, he'd have done it himself with his cleaver.
Well, he got off lightly enough then.
And in the end, he got what was coming to him, and more.
The butcher caught up with him?
No. It was the mills of God turning slowly but surely. His wife bled to death in childbirth, and the child died with her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But at least he knew they were gone to a better place.
True, lad.
Nothing could have been done to save them.
There was no one there. He had no one who would care for his wife. They say on that day he parted ways with God forever, and he turned his back on the village too. I reckon he never forgave himself, nor us either.
The Lord moves in mysterious ways. But how did he end up?
Don't ask me that, lad. I beg you.
Come now, good wife. You can't leave the story unfinished.
I said no. Will you let it lie?
Yeah.
Of all colors, shapes, and sizes.
I know who was buried in that grave. A young charcoal burner.
So begins the tragic tale of the young charcoal burner who became entangled with the devil himself.
Oh, don't start. What devil? I'm trying to tell you. Ugh. He was from Ledechko. He was trying to eke out a living for himself and his wife, but he couldn't manage. When she fell pregnant, he took to stealing.
Pride drove him from the straight and narrow path, and soon he sold his soul to the devil to fill his stomach.
They caught him and punished him, but some of the people he'd robbed didn't think it was enough. Then when his wife died in childbirth, and the child too, he blamed everyone for it. Even God, apparently.
But when the time came to pay his debt to hell, the devil had no use for his soul, and took his wife and child instead. The charcoal burner cursed God, who struck him down in righteous vengeance. But the dead man's soul never left his body. He came back as a revenant to vent his rage at God and men and take vengeance on the living.
Jesus, did you listen to what I said at all?
Sorry, did you say something?
Oh, never mind. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, the question is, what would the revenant do to get revenge on the villagers? Well, apprentice?
He was stealing food from people, right? So, supposing he started again.
We should steal from people? Disgraceful. Have you no shame?
Maybe just a few eggs from hen coops, like the gossip mentioned.
Well, that wouldn't be too serious a sin. Will they put it down to the revenant, though?
They would, if I put some charcoal there instead.
And their nourishment he turned into ash.
The gossip mentioned the butcher. It seems he was infuriated that the charcoal burner's punishment was too lenient.
And the revenant spoiled their meat with his malign touch.
How's that?
Spoiled meat is a classic example of a revenant's power.
Huh. I thought it was the work of bad butchers.
That too, sometimes.
So, I should switch the good meat for bad at the butcher's. What about the butcher woman?
What about her?
Her conscience was troubled on account of her man, and she couldn't sleep. But I helped her, so she's found some peace.
So, no problem then.
What? I'm supposed to scare the wits out of her and start all over again?
All right, if you can find some other solution, you don't have to switch the meat. But I wouldn't worry about her. But make sure it's the same kind of meat. Not even a revenant will turn a cow into a chicken.
What about his wife and child? No doubt he'd want to avenge their death.
Well, how did they die?
In childbirth.
And when his love turned to rage, the water turned to blood. Nothing too original, but it's tried and tested. If you do it at the baths, everyone will hear of it.
How am I supposed to do that? It might be a bit suspicious if I'm seen walking around with a pail of blood.
No problem. There's a certain potion that will do the trick easily.
He cursed God. That's very serious.
What is it that most brings God to mind?
They don't have a church there. But everyone will have a rosary. I can't think of anything else.
That's it! If folks start losing their rosaries, they'll have sleepless nights over it.
You want me to steal rosaries? But that's...
Or just exchange them.
For what?
For nothing.
Great.
So, switch eggs for charcoal, switch the meat, color the water in the baths, and switch the rosaries. That ought to do it. I hope so. Of course, if you come up with anything else, don't let me hold you back. Talking to people might give you ideas. Traders, the bailiff.
Well, what if someone sees me in the act?
They mustn't. Otherwise, it'll end up like Sasau all over again. Don't draw attention to yourself, or they'll put two and two together.
Sure. I'll keep my head down. And how will I know if I've succeeded? I doubt it'll be announced on the market square.
I'll be the first to know. They'll come running to me for a remedy, like hens at feeding time. Off you go and raise hell.
But whatever he did, don't you think he deserves some peace?
dear Henry. After all the poor wretch went through, I'd say he's beyond any peace.
Well, he certainly won't have any as long as I'm carrying his bones around with me.
Ah, but you know who those remains could help.
Help? Who? How?
Me, of course. And I'd pay you a nice price for a revenant's bones.
But there is no revenant.
Not yet. What do you say?
Maybe I should bury him somewhere else.
What are you saying? That would be such a waste. Anyway, if someone saw you, the whole game would be up.
Well, supposing I do it later, when the fuss has died down.
All right, if you must. But I don't know what you hope to get out of it.
At least the poor wretch will have peace at last.
Maybe. As long as you bury him in hallowed ground. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Like in Ratai, maybe?
Well, that's probably the nearest. That gossip-mongering crone would know.
True, I could ask her.
If you must. But for heaven's sake, don't even hint to her what you're up to. See you later.